Good afternoon, Tiegerman parents, families, friends, and of course to our beloved students. If you're watching, greetings. My name is Dr. Jeremy Tiegerman. I'm the director of Tiegerman Schools. I'm coming to you today from my office. Today is Friday, June 26th, 2020, and this is the next portion of our series of videos called the State of the Union. Being that today is our last day of school, today's State of the Union will be our last for the 2019-2020 school year. We will be taking a break next week as all Tiegerman schools will be off starting Monday, June 29th through Friday, July 3rd. Tiegerman summer session will commence on Monday, July 6th for all schools, and the State of the Union will return on Friday, July 10th. I hope all of our fathers enjoyed their Father's Day this past Sunday. You all deserved it. I also hope that we're all able to enjoy our upcoming Independence Day on Saturday, July 4th. As always, I want to thank all of our frontline and essential workers for all that you're doing to help keep us safe. We applaud and appreciate all of your hard work. At Tiegerman, we always strive to do better. I encourage you all the time. Please feel free to forward your feedback to us at social@tiegerman.org. We'll try to do the best that we can. Should you have an individual question or concern regarding your child, please feel free to reach out to your child's teacher, the teaching assistant, the specialist they work with, or your child's building administrator. As of today, we are completing 14 weeks of remote learning and 12 and a half weeks of teletherapy. Bravo. I want to thank all of the parents, families, students, and staff for all that you have done and all that you will continue to do to date to help make remote learning operate as best as possible. Thank you. It's been a team effort. Development Department updates. Ms. Jamae Crowder wanted me to remind all of you that we have some really fun and engaging events coming up. She's wanted me to let you know that Game Night Out will be on July 10th at 8 p.m. We're hosting a puzzle break and escape room activity July 24th at 8 p.m. TCS, Tiegerman Community Services Bingo, will be taking place on Monday, July 6th at 6 p.m. And the Tiegerman Schools Bingo will be taking place on Thursday, July 16th at 5 p.m. Registration for all events can take place or be done online at tiegerman.org/virtual. Today, if you don't already know, is a very special day for many of our students and families. These students and families are celebrating their graduation day. On behalf of Dr. Ellen Morris Tiegerman, Dr. Christine Radzowitz, all of us at Tiegerman, your parents and your friends, students, we are all so proud of you. Please take the lessons you learned at Tiegerman on to wherever your journey takes you next. Tiegerman will always be a home for you, and your presence in our buildings will be missed. You are always welcome to come back and visit. Please stay in touch and keep us posted on your progress. Just a reminder, all Tiegerman schools will remain in remote for the summer session. While we are proud of all that we have accomplished in the remote world, we recognize that this type of program is not ideal for many of our students and their families. For the majority of our students, their families, and from all of us at Tiegerman, we are disappointed about not being able to meet face-to-face over the summer. I want all of our families to know that the health and safety of our students and staff is paramount. I also want you to know that to date, the minimal guidance on reopening and the significant transportation issues that we currently are faced with have contributed to our decision to remain remote. Related to staying in remote for the summer, and we have strong belief, I want you to know that we will be returning to our buildings in September. This week, our buildings emailed all of you a survey regarding your suggestions for ongoing remote services for the summer. We want to hear from you. how to make that better. Your thoughts on a potential hybrid program. We've been talking about that. Just to remind all of you, and for those newcomers who haven't heard what a hybrid is, hybrid program involves alternating days for students in the physical space and in remote in order to reduce population density in our buildings. As well as we'd like to hear from your survey responses, your feelings on transportation with or without social distancing guidelines. This is out of our hands. This is up to the transportation companies and OPT, Office for Pupil Transportation through New York City. These will be the decision makers for those transportation guidelines, and we will work with you and we will work with them to enforce those or come up with ideas, but we haven't heard anything on that yet. So please respond back as soon as possible, and please be advised that if you have not responded by Monday, July 6th, you will be called on that day to confirm your responses to our survey questions. Your input is critical here. We need to hear from you. You have heard my comments over and over and over again on our transition plans, our plans for a hybrid program in September, and our task force teams. The task force teams are putting the finishing touches on the plans, and I anticipate that I will have firm information for our families and for our staff regarding transition building plans and the specifics of what the hybrid program will look like in September by either my next State of the Union on Friday, July 10th, or definitely, if not by then, definitely the following week by that following State of the Union, Friday, July 17th. Please look out for these very important updates during our summer session. I want you to be informed. I know that you are all going to be very disappointed. I did not set up a Tiegerman Times live interview today. Sorry. Being that today is the last day of school and so many in our community are very busy tying up loose ends, I thought that we would take a pause in the interviews for today. However, please do not fear. Tiegerman Times Live will return for our next State of the Union video on Friday, July 10th. Lastly, I know that today will not be our last meeting together. However, our last day of school symbolizes an end of a chapter, the 2019-2020 school year. This school year saw so many positive moments and accomplishments for us all. This year also will be remembered for the great challenges we experienced, as well as the sacrifices many of us had to make. At times, these challenges and sacrifices appeared daunting and overwhelming. I hope that by continuing to support one another, listening and communicating, we will confidently face the coming challenges together as Tiegerman community always does. We do it in an extraordinary way. So please know that we are going to be together on this. We will solve our challenges together and work together to problem solve, to come up with plans to make sure that we are instructing your students, your children, and keeping our staff and our students, your children, as safe as possible when we return in September. Enjoy your vacation, and I will see you all in July. Take care.